What's going on, guys? This is Burrs. I want to talk to you today about this Krebs Customs AK rail. This is actually for the AK. They do make one for the Saga rifles, but this one's actually for the AK, which is really cool. So I have it on my UFM Works AK right here, as you can see. And the first thing that kind of jumps out at you is the fact that it's really thin on the profile. A lot of ones that are out there as far as rails go, a lot of Picatinny rails, not Keymod, which then adds to the width of them. You can see right here, this is extremely thin, which is really cool. And the way that it kind of molds to the gun, or it forms to the gun, it's not much wider than the actual frame. A lot of AK rails out there also are a lot wider than the frame. So it makes for a big bulky package, and I think that's what Krebs was trying to get away from. Now, this is made of 6065 T6 aluminum, which is great. You know, it's made of metal, it's not made of polymer like a lot of ones that are on the market right now. So what you're going to get is something that's going to last a really long time, if not your lifetime. And this, you can see here, the Keymod parts here. You can also use, all the other parts of this to, attach, maybe some lights up here, etc. And I'm going to do that once I get some parts in the mail, and I'll make a video about that once I get that on there. But the thing with the AK rail versus the Saga rifles is the fact that you can actually use the sling mount, as you can see here. It's integrated in. For those rails, you actually had to take them off. Krebs tells you to take them off so you can put this rail on, but they made this one so you can just slide it on there. The thing that I did notice though is, it was rather difficult at first. I got it on, didn't really have trouble with that, but what happened was the actual anodizing, or the powder coating paint, if you will, that was on the rail was a little thick. It was probably like a thousandths thick. So when I was actually putting the top part on, which comes off when you push these two these two little buttons in the back right here, once you push those down and pull this top rail off, it wasn't going on really easy. We had to use a hammer to kind of get it on for the first couple times and just rub that finish off a little bit where these two parts mate. So once we did that, we didn't have any problems getting on or off. So the first couple times you might see it's a little bit difficult to get this top rail onto the bottom one. But beyond that, it has going on and forms really well to the gun. Again, as you can see here, it doesn't really add anything to it, and that's very positive thing for AK people like myself. Usually what you'll see with an AK rail is it'll come out to about this area where the sling mount is, and then that's all you get. Or if you're going to get one that's actually long, you're going to get one that's really bulky and really heavy because it has a lot of Picatinny rails, parts to it versus the Keymod. So this is definitely cutting edge. It's definitely something I think is great for the AK market, because a lot of this cool guy stuff and this whole technology and innovative stuff isn't really in the AK market, and seeing stuff like this is definitely something that's cool. The one other thing you'll notice is the fact that on the top rail here you cannot really co-witness because it is raised a little bit. So that's one thing I keep in mind. I usually in the past have used get it right over here. I would bump the camera like a professional first, and then what I would do is I would get the Ultimate rail. And you can see that's definitely a lot closer down to where the gas tube is, because it is integrated with the gas tube. So you get a nice co-witness with your iron sights. You don't get that so much with this Krebs one. So keep that in mind when you're going out there and purchasing these, is you're not going to get a co-witness. So what I do recommend is actually using a quick release to put on here, so that if this red dot goes out, or whatever sight you're using goes out, you can flip that off and just go right back to the regular iron sights, because it does have a co-witness with the irons. It just doesn't have a co-witness when you have a red dot on it. So as far as mounting points, it has a lot of different mounting points. As I rotate it around, you can see all those different mounting points. It gives you a lot of different options of where you want to mount stuff. It comes out pretty close to the muzzle breakout here, and like I said, it gives you that ability to kind of wrap your hand around if you wanted to, which a lot of the rails on the market that are AK related, you can't do that. So overall, I'm really impressed with this. I can't wait to get to the range and use it a bunch, and then come back and give you a review of my testing. But right now, my initial thoughts are, I think it's a great innovative idea, and for the price, I think it's around $190. I think for the price, it's definitely something you should look at if you're looking to take your AK to the next level, and I'll give you my full review in a few months. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know. If you have an AK rail, or even one of the Krebs AK rails, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, how you like them, etc. And better yet, make a video about it. Until next time, the black paint or the epoxy film. It's doing so good. Powder coating.